this year I'm going to stay in Europe. I'm not going to play AUDL. I announced I announced that last week. I had to make a decision. It's the traveling to the US is very, very hard and very, very exhausting. To fly every week to a game, to fly there on Thursday, practice Thursday, Friday, play game on Saturday, and fly back on Sunday to Europe to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is very, very hard, physical and mentally. And so I really had to make the decision if I want to focus my yearly plan on the AUDL season or on the Worlds with Freespeed. And if I become a really, really good chance on a strong team to become like in the top 10 of a World Championship, then I take that over the AUDL this season. I don't know if it was the last season last year for me in the AUDL. I might come back, but I'm 32 now, so it's not getting easier. It's gonna get tougher to make an AUDL squad, especially the talent is gonna grow in the next years, and so it's gonna be a tough decision. Yeah.
But don't you think you're on your peak?
Probably yes. Physically yes, but I think strategic-wise and throwing-wise, I still can get better.
Yeah.
And so this season with Freespeed, I'm definitely gonna learn a lot from playing with a great team, from playing against very, very strong teams. I'm playing against teams I never had a chance with playing with Big Easy. Because with Big Easy 2010 we got I think 35th place, so we played one game against a very strong opponent. But if you get into the top 10 or top 8, then every game is top level, and I think you learn more from your opponent than from your own team. And playing with such strong opponents on one pitch is just, and playing with great players from the US, from Japan, and from all over the world is just a huge challenge and very, very exciting for me. Memorial Performance is just a great project. I met Tim the first time when I played with Goose together for the Indianapolis Alley Cats. I visited Tim, and he was, from the first moment, he was very inviting. He invited me to come to his home, to train together. He showed me a lot of things. So I started training with Tim, and after his philosophy, and it made me a way healthier and more efficient athlete. It's not even the thing that you're getting stronger itself, but with your movements and with all your cutting and with your jumping and with every movement on the pitch, you get more efficient, and that saves so much energy if you get more efficient with movement, that you just raise your level without getting stronger. And if you take the gym work too, then you have like two huge philosophies that raise your game, and it just makes you a healthier and better and a stronger athlete. And I had the opportunity to go with him on a European tour in December. I toured with him 3 weeks through Europe, and we coached a lot of teams. The German national team, the Austrian national team, Slovaks, a French team, a lot of German teams. So it was a huge project, and it was just great to see the teams committing to physical work. It's like actually Ultimate is getting a sport.
Yeah.
It's not a hobby anymore. Like until 4 years ago when I started, 5 years ago, it was a hobby. I came from a professional sport into Ultimate as my retirement sport, and it was it's fun, it's Frisbee, and the last 5 years it made the transition into a really, really sport, and that's awesome. There is actually coming more and more athletes. The people are less drinking and less having fun and more focusing on their game, on tournaments, than actually like 4 or 5 years ago. And I think that transition is making the sport more exciting and the sport way more explosive, and it's just more spectator friendly too. And I think it's just a very, very awesome game, and I love to be at tournaments. I play about, I don't know, 25 tournaments a year when I'm in Europe. and I played 25, 30 weekends when I played in the AUDL. And no, it's about 30 tournaments a year, so almost every second, or more than every second weekend. Like in March, in April, and May, it's probably every weekend, or 3 out of the 4 weekends in a month I play a tournament. And that's just, I just love it. That's what made me a good Ultimate player. I mean, as I said, I come from a professional sport, but I've never known how to throw a disc. But if you play a lot of tournaments, you just learn from so many people, and like here, it's just great to have so many good people, and all the time it's like when from other sports nobody talks to opponents. They would never give you tips, but in Ultimate, opponents actually give you advice, and it's just huge that people like you, that from Polish teams and Slovak teams and Czech teams and German teams, they come up to me and ask me for advice, what I learned in the US and what I learned with Moral Performance. And it's just great. I love it, and that whole mentality of helping each other to have fun with the sport is just great.